Hey guys, it's Fred. Thanks for joining me. It's going to be a real short video. I just want to make a couple of comments. Sheila and I have been following the Doug Harless case in London, Kentucky, definitely the Johnny Edrington case since the book came out from Lieutenant Colonel Doug Asher. And we've been following what happened at Walmart in Danville with the Danville Police Department, and with what happened with the T.J. Godby, who's now a Danville police officer, when he was a Stanford police officer. What happened with him dealing with Mr. Good, William Good, and the Danville case dealing with John Hardwick. I was watching the news the other day and I saw this person on there, and they were talking about Ephraim Helton. I call him Hilton always, just a habit, but it's Helton. Ephraim Helton, one of the most respected people I know as a police officer. Police officers and attorneys have different relationships, especially defense attorneys that goes against police officers. I was beat in 30-some years in Lincoln County. I lost one jury trial. That was to Eve Hilton. That was the lawyer that I lost to. One trial. Now, played out a lot of cases throughout the years, plea bargain, different things like that. But the cases that I stood trial with any lawyer in Boyle County or Lincoln County, never lost a case. That's fact. Except to Ephraim Helton. Ephraim, to me, is one of the most respected people there is, because even as an attorney, he doesn't go at, he tries to go with the evidence. He doesn't go after the police officer. He doesn't, unless there's something there to go after. If there's something there to go after, now he's the man. He'll go after it. But if there's a case there, he doesn't make it up as he goes. I heard this person talking about how Eve Hilton was causing death threats to people. Guys, I don't remember seeing Eve Hilton, the attorney, in Walmart banging on a guy. I don't remember seeing Eve Hilton in a Walmart grabbing hold of a guy and putting your leg around in front of him and pushing him forward into a cash register and onto the floor. I don't remember Eve Hilton grabbing a man and pushing him, almost a 70-year-old man, and him handcuffed behind his back, and pushing him in a vehicle. You want to get in the vehicle, or you want me to put you in there, he says. I don't remember none of that being Eve Hilton. See, I'm going to tell you something. To me, Eve Hilton is a hero. To me, Eve Hilton stood up against things that were bad. Thank the Lord for videos. Thank the Lord for attorneys like Eve Hilton. Had he not went and pursued the case on John Hardwick, the truth would have never been known. Him and his wife, they would have pled guilty just to get something behind them and went on about their life, knowing that that man had been mistreated, misjudged, mischarged. And then the case on William Gould would have never had come out, because it was over with. The family just accepted the police chief and the people for what they say. It's unfounded. You're not going to go against a bunch of cops. Like I said, someday I'll tell a story, and it concerns Danville PD, an experience I had years ago, and it really, it's a bad story. So it's for Danville Police Department to act like they're all humble and joyous and perfect. They're not. What portrays on the police department is the conduct that they go with now, by not discipline, by not firing, by not criminally charging, falsely reporting incident, making false charges against a citizen of the county in order to cover their misdeeds, their tracks. They falsely charge them. Malicious prosecution in order to have justification for handcuffing that man, for beating that man, for arresting that man. It's not right. It's not right. Again, you're talking to Fred McCoy, who in a 40-year career had plenty of fights, plenty of arrests, plenty of resistors. But when the resistance stops, the hands are off. When the cuffs go on, the hands come off. Ephraim Helton has nothing but my and a lot of people's gratitude for the way he's stuck up for these people. Now, he's an attorney. He's going to file a suit. There's going to be money here that's going to come from this. Is that Ephraim Helton's main goal in these two cases? I don't think it is. See, I don't think it is. He's been an attorney a long time. He's all right. He's financially all right. This right here to him, and I know him, and I can tell when I see his interviews or talk to him, this is not about a lawsuit. This is not about money. This is about retribution. This is about a police department, a police chief, a mayor, city council. This is about people doing the right thing, not covering up. It's done been covered up once when the man done it in Stanford. And then he comes to Danville, and now we're going to cover it up again. Or they think they are. They think they're going to cover it up and just let time run on, and eventually people will go away and forget about it. I don't think people in Bull County and Danville's going to forget about this. I don't think people in Lincoln County is going to forget about it. Or Casey County. It's sad that you have officers like that. It's sad. Fight. I tell these cops, fight. When you're effecting an arrest and you have to fight, and that person's fighting you back, you fight until you effect the arrest, until you have control. There was no reason. We have no video of Mr. Good. We can only imagine how that poor 71-year-old man was treated on that dark street that night by himself. He's by himself. Nothing there but a bunch of cops. But we know what happened at Walmart. Do we really think that almost 70-year-old man had to go take him to the ground? Do we really believe that he had to go to the ground? Did we really have to put a 70-year-old man, three of us, on the ground, hitting his head on the cash register, hitting his head on the floor, putting our knee in his back, almost 70-year-old man? Did we really? Or could we have said, hey, Mr. Hardwick, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have to put handcuffs on you. We're going to have to we just got to go hands-on so fast. That man didn't resist arrest. But I'm getting off topic because this topic is about Ephraim Helton, one of the most honorable attorneys that I know and have ever met in a 40-year career. And I've met plenty of police officers meet attorneys. And there's some daggone good attorneys out there. There's some good attorney friends out there. And there are attorneys out there that's just like police officers, just like J.T. Godby. There's attorneys just like that's out there also. There's all kinds of people in every kind of field there is. There's good and there's bad. But for this person to make a comment that 911's receiving death threats, that has nothing to do with Ephraim Helton. That has to do with the police chief. That has to do with the city mayor, the city council. Who over there is supporting J.T. Godby and them other two officers. Actually, there's 6 officers. There was 3 more down on 150 when Mr. Good was beat that says they don't want to be involved. I've seen all I need to see. When we get off camera, I'll tell you, that means something was bad. That means they seen something bad or they were involved in something bad. What is it? We'll probably never know because there's no cameras. I commend Attorney Ephraim Helton for standing up for these 2 families. I commend him for following. I'd like to see what happened at the jail. We still haven't seen the video when they put Mr. Hardwick in a restraint chair. Where's that video? I'd still like to see that, see how he was treated there. There may be more than just the city police in 2 different departments involved. I don't know that. I'd like to see the video. I'd like to see how the elderly old man was treated by jail personnel when he was... Guys, I'm not saying people don't commit crimes. I'm not saying people don't need to go to jail. I'm not saying people don't... We don't have to mistreat them. We use whatever force is necessary and only necessary. We're not there as the punishers. We're not... I've seen police officers with the Punisher symbol. We're not there. We're not punishers. We're supposed to be law and order. We're supposed to be protect and serve, not harass and beat down. Sorry, I got on a rant. I just saw that person putting down one of the most honorable attorneys there is in Danville, Kentucky. A man that stepped forward. Don't blame the man for being a great investigator. Don't blame the man for being a great attorney. Don't fault the man for being human and taking up for somebody that's got dementia and elderly. I can't commend you enough, and I've talked to several people that feels the same way that Fred McCoy does, or Sheila. We admire you for standing up. That's what it's going to take. Guys, we got to take law enforcement back. We've got to get these law enforcement officers, get all this garb off. Get all this garb off like you're walking around like a Roman soldier. Get that off and get back down to human beings. Once you remove all that garbage, you can get back down to being a human being. If you need it and you're going on a real bad call, reach out in your back seat and throw it on. You don't have to have this stuff. It gives you this complex in your mind that you've got to use it. Just because we've got all these weapons and tactical gear doesn't mean it's required on every call. We got to get back down to being humans, speaking to each other, not us against them or them against us. Now I'm one of us. Now I'm one of us. I'm retired. That could very well happen to me. Let one of them put their foot in my back, their knee in my back like that, and watch what happens. My back's got 3 big pins in it through my backbone. I hurt all the time, much less something like that. I can imagine. Thank you, guys.